Hey guys, long time no see and welcome back to the channel. Sorry I haven't posted anything recently for you guys that are following my channel and watching my videos. Things have just been really busy with the holidays and work and just kind of winding down with the season and whatnot. But for those of you that are new here, please do subscribe so you can continue to follow along and watch all the things that I do here in my high desert garden. I had planned a video for you guys that I shot showing all the things that I harvested before our first freeze hit, so I'm going to show you guys that video now. It's late fall, early winter, and the plants and gardening has slowed down quite a bit, and I'm missing the gardening season already, but it's also kind of nice to have a little bit of a break and take it easy on the gardening side. Also, with the season winding down and us expecting the winter cold and whatnot, it allows us to kind of rest and recuperate and gives us enough time to kind of miss the gardening season, and it's that much more special when it starts again the following spring. So I'm excited to share this video with you guys. Thank you for all of you guys that are watching my videos and liking them, commenting, sharing them with your friends, and subscribing. It's really helping out my little growing channel here, and it's really helping the videos reach a broader audience and helping other people out as well. But anyways, thank you for watching. Stay tuned, and I'm going to go and show you the video that I shot a few weeks ago of us kind of harvesting and preparing for the cold night that we had. Okay guys, so let me take you guys back to the day before the night of the first freeze. Unfortunately, I lost some of the audio to my videos in the beginning, so I'll be doing a little bit of voiceover. But as I'm looking back to these videos, I'm really missing the garden. This was technically the last day of the gardening season officially, and my plan was to go ahead and pick everything off of my plants as much as possible. This loofah gourd, however, is going to stay right here for a while so that it can ripen and turn into a loofah scrub, and I'm planning to harvest the seeds. It was definitely a busy day as I had to move a lot of my container plants in as well, just like these citrus plants. The temperature that night went down to about 30 degrees Fahrenheit. My fall crops, however, such as the Swiss chard, kale, broccoli, and cabbage, are going to be just fine throughout these cold temperatures. And just look at them, look how beautiful and lush they were. They have been absolutely flawless under this netting, and I'm excited to be able to grow these even through the colder months. And these are called perpetual spinach. It's also a variety of Swiss chard. As you can see, they are doing very well. And it's really hard to even think that when I planted these little seedlings were so tiny and weak, especially these tiny little onion seedlings, but they've grown a bunch. And just look at this broccoli plant. It is ginormous. I think this is the biggest broccoli plant that I've ever grown. And you can see it was starting to head. But anyway, as the season goes along and the cold temperatures continue, I'll keep you guys posted on how these plants are doing. But I'm super confident that they're going to be just fine. Another thing that I wanted to mention is the concept of microclimates. This garden bed is along a wall that retains some heat and gets a lot of sunlight even throughout the winter time. And as such, a lot of plants still thrive late into the winter. The best thing to do in your garden is just to experiment and see what happens. In fact, I found out that a lot of these plants survive in my area throughout the winter accidentally, when after one gardening season I decided just to leave the plants in the bed and see what happens. But everything is looking amazing in this garden bed, and I cannot wait to keep you guys updated on how these do throughout the winter time. This is one of my cauliflower plants, and we've got one right there as well. I have never had any cauliflower that have looked like this where there's literally zero damage to it. Cauliflower is a crop that pests absolutely love to attack. And as you can see, the little onions in between everything are doing really well. There's one right there. And the long day onions are doing really well too. Look at those clouds in the sky, guys. It's kind of a gloomy, chilly fall/winter day. It's kind of exciting. Okay, the next thing I want to show you guys, of course, my gorgeous gourds. These things are so precious to me. And it's not only because of what they've provided me throughout the season, but they've stuck it through with me through the entire season, the heat wave and all, and they've just produced so much. And sometimes I feel like these plants know when the end is coming, when the freeze is near, because they really pump out a lot of fruit right before the freeze, which is, again, just a bittersweet situation. I'll definitely be picking all of the gourds off all of the gourd plants, no matter what stage of growth they're at, because they won't make it through the frost. And then we also have a couple more snake gourds growing. These guys are ready to pick. And there's also one right here under this trellis thing. Also, look at this cute little strawberry. I have a plan for these strawberry plants in this old, outdated crate. And I'm kind of planning a project soon to go ahead and upgrade where they're at. So you'll have to stick around and subscribe so you can keep watching and see what I plan to do with those. This little raised bed right here too, it's just overloaded and packed with strawberry plants and runners and everything. And I actually grew all those strawberry plants from seeds, except for a few of them. And strawberries do fine through the winter, but I'm going to definitely have to give them a little bit of more attention and care and plant something different for them. I did plant some carrot seeds, but I didn't really get any carrots. I don't see any shoulders or anything coming up. I have some rabbits that stick around and hang out in our front yard, so we go ahead and pick these carrots and feed them. And they tend to stay out of my garden, so we just give them a little snack here and there. I'm also going to be picking most of my dahlias, because these blooms are probably not going to make it through the frost. And with dahlias, they grow through tubers, so I also have a plan for those that I'm going to work on after the first killing frost. Going to dig up the tubers and show you guys how I'm going to do it. These pepper plants are all going to get picked. And I'm not going to winterize any of these pepper plants. I have winterized peppers before. I'd recommend it if you really love a variety, and it'll just give you a really good head start the next year. Look how lush and healthy this side of the garden's doing, you guys. Look at those beautiful marigolds. I didn't plant a single marigold this year. These are all from volunteer plants that seeded themselves the last couple of years that I've planted them. Also a bright, beautiful dahlia right here. Okay, it's starting to pour down pretty nicely now. But anyways, like I said, I'm gonna pick every single pepper, every single tomato, ripe or not. I'm gonna pick a bunch of these cut flowers because they won't make it. Radishes should be forming heads soon now that it's getting colder and it's gonna freeze. Lettuce is looking great under the netting. And more broccoli. How exciting that the broccoli is starting to head and doing very well. All the tropical plants are eventually going to go inside. I'm going to go ahead and move a bunch of those pots, except for the frost hardy ones. Oh, and I also wanted to show you guys, look at that. There's like a volunteer garlic coming up where I planted it last year. So sometimes garlic forms these little mini garlic bulbs that are kind of like offshoots off the main bulb, and they're called bulbils. And I think what happened there is when I harvested, maybe a bulbil fell down there and it's just growing on its own. So that's super exciting to see. And I'm also going to be doing a garlic planting video, guys, here in the near future. So stay tuned for that one as well. And look how beautiful those broccoli are looking. Look how blue it looks. Isn't that crazy? That variety is called green magic, but it's more blue than green in my opinion. And of course, guys, my cherry tree is so happy and doing really well. It's about to experience its first frost. Makes me a little nervous, but I'll be keeping a close eye on it. I'll be sure to keep checking it with a moisture meter to see how much water it's going to need, because it's a really young plant and it's its first freeze. Bell peppers are often the last peppers to arrive in my garden, and usually I end up having to harvest before they're fully ripe. This banana tree should be fine, because technically it can tolerate temperatures down to like 20 degrees or so. Malabar spinach in this part of the garden, and I'm going to pick all of these as well. These are more perpetual spinach that were planted a lot earlier, but they've been ravaged by squirrels all season except for this last part of the summer where I started covering it with netting. Got some ginger here that's going to come inside. And then of course my potatoes, which I think I'll leave the potatoes because they've gotten really big and whatnot, and we'll just see what happens. And once the plants are completely dead, that's when I'll show you guys the harvest of the potatoes just to kind of see what we got. This massive loofah gourd, you guys. It's hard for me to show you exactly how massive this thing is, so I'm going to kind of go up there and kind of show you. Alright, so let's get everything picked. This is bottle gourd, you guys. If you're not sure what to do with this, don't just make bottles out of it. Go check out the recipe video in my channel. It's perfect for a nice warm stew, which would be perfect for this weather right now. Lots of good, delicious food right here. I'm gonna let a lot of these flowers just go to seed and die off and just drop their seeds again, just because I want this beautiful lush flower garden again with zero effort. Alright guys, there's still a lot more to harvest, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish up the job. Stay till the end. I'm going to show you here all the things that we got from this last and final harvest of the season. Again, thank you guys so much for watching my videos and supporting my channel. I truly appreciate your support in helping my channel grow, and thank you for being patient with me as I put out this video. Although technically the gardening season is over, there is so much more left to do in the garden, and I have so much more to share with you, so I'm going to continue to try and work on that and put out as much content for you guys as possible. If you are new here, please do subscribe, like and share the video, comment. I love to hear from you guys, and I love feedback, and I love being able to interact with you guys. So thanks again, and we'll see you on the next one.